back to the Craft Beer Cult, everybody. Tonight, we're looking at Granite Roots Brewing out of Troy, New Hampshire.
You sound too excited about it.
I don't know anything about them. Other than very, very little bit they have on their website. I just happened to stumble upon them.
It's funny
in the
because everything
store.
you originally told me about them was wrong. You thought they were Nashua based because that was the shelf that they were on at the beer store.
Yeah, it's been a pretty misleading journey on this one, so.
That's alright. We're going to see what this is still all about. I thought it was weird that it was a Nashua based brewery.
I actually believe we tried this at the Brewfest at the Orchard.
They do.
Some of
they
it.
do sound familiar.
But I don't quite remember. It was a lot of beer.
Why? You don't remember that day?
I remember a lot of it, just not all.
I remember everything before 2.
Before 2. We were there till 5.
I know. That's what they tell me.
All right. Well, we're gonna. Today we have Go Swell with Hiking, Lost in a Rainbow, Trail Candy, and then Faceplant into a Rock. So we got a Ghost, an IPA, double IPA, and then a Belgian style Trip Hell.
I told you to get 4.
It just kind of worked out that way. They come in 4-packs. What can I say?
Logical.
So,
I get it.
yeah, I mean,
All right,
that's the way it works.
Off to the races. Where did you say they were out of again?
Troy, New Hampshire.
Troy, New Hampshire,
Which
that's
is
like the
in the
Keene
Monadnock region. It's actually, it says it's in the shadows of Mount Monadnock.
So maybe if we hit that Frog, what else is down there?
There's Frog, Modest Man,
Modest Man, yep.
Branch and Blade. There's quite a bit in that
Yeah,
area. It's another mecca.
We gotta get down there, really.
But this says they brew fruited beers and traditional beers with fruit from their farm. So we'll see what this is all about.
All right.
We're going to start cracking these open.
New Hampshire ingredients in these. Let's get at it.
Cheers. All right, our first beer from Granite Roots Brewing is the Go Swell with Hiking. This is a German-style sour with blackberry, currant, and blueberry. I don't know. It says it may have notes of coriander and salt.
Salty? Interesting.
Ooh. It's definitely sour.
It's a nice mix of
Now,
different types of sours, I feel like.
a Ghost, I believe, it's done differently. It's not, the fruit isn't sat on, or the beer isn't sat on the fruit.
It's added in after.
No. I don't believe so. I believe this is done during the brewing process.
Oh, okay, so it's just...
So this is all, whatever it is done brewing, and then that's left to ferment. There's nothing else, no adjuncts.
The Ghost originated in Goslar, Germany. It is a warm fermented wheat beer. It's gone back and forth. It disappears for a while, comes back, disappears for a while. Well, it's made a resurgence in the late 80s or mid 80s. But that being said, it's a combination. It was allowed by the Reinheitsgebot after World War I. The laws were rewritten. So there's also coriander and salt. The salt may be a result of 2 different things: water source and the inoculate yeast that they used. But that's a Ghost. So the fruit is probably an adjunct. Just saying.
I believe it's a more traditional style sour.
It does taste like a more traditional beer as opposed to some of the sours we've had.
I mean, you can definitely tell it's a unit. It's not like it's one piece. You can't pull apart a Berliner Weiss and then a sour bits. It's not like that. This is all one.
I get exactly what you're saying with
together. I gotta say, I like this.
I do. I
think it's a pretty quality,
it's clean, yeah,
sour beer.
And
I do get the salt, not the coriander as much.
I see what they mean about the salt, but it's not bad. It complements it.
It does. Well. It actually. I don't know. It's a little sweet, a little sour, a little salty.
Yeah, it's really a good combination. But it's weird because you described those 3 flavors, but it's like you said, they kind of all.
It's all unique.
It's not like
right.
dispersed. It's a nice one flavor combination.
It's blended very nicely.
Yeah, I don't know how else to say.
What do you think for a rating there, Joe?
For a rating, I'm gonna go really high on this one. I think I'm gonna go 8.
An 8, honestly, for a sour, and I'm not a sour guy.
That's what impressed me when
I think I think I'm gonna go with 8 as well. I mean,
Yeah.
this is good.
It's a good beer, definitely. We have more of these, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's good news.
So it's an 8 across the board.
Yeah.
For the craft beer cult.
Cheers. It's good beer right there.
Cheers.
Little boxes on the hillside, little boxes made of ticky-tacky, little boxes, little boxes, little boxes, all the same.
All right, what do we got here? It's looking a little malty.
Malty. It's an IPA.
Yeah, you know, they're
All
not
right.
all malty.
This is our second beer from Granite Roots Brewing. This is a IPA. This is Lost in a Rainbow.
In a rainbow.
In a rainbow. Getting weird. Has that got mosaic and mandarina hops, I believe?
I'm not going to try to say that word. Did it almost have like a strong alcohol going
Yes.
down? The first sensation is almost like you're doing a shot of whiskey. Or was that just me?
No, you I definitely get
I'm
that.
on to something there, right? Okay. I just wasn't sure if that was my imagination or if I... But yeah. It's kind of like that sensation where the whiskey feels good right before it burns.
Mm.
Then it goes into the flavor profile. It's definitely unique. Would you like to
Honestly,
try one that isn't frozen? Did you put your beer in the freezer?
I did. Tastes the same.
Same thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
But alright,
Nothing
that's...
different.
What do you get for actual flavors after that feeling I just described?
It's
I don't know how
somewhat
else to say it.
like pithy. I want to say like
What?
piney almost.
Wait, that's not the first word you said.
Pithy,
Pithy?
pithy or
I don't think
piney.
I've ever heard that one.
Yeah.
Okay, pithy. We're making words up here at the craft beer.
No, it's
Cult.
actually a beer word.
It's a beer word?
Mhm.
Alright, I guess I'm expanding my vocabulary day by day, which you're obviously one step ahead.
I mean, again, it's a solid flavor. It's a unit. It's not. There's not a lot of complexity to it.
No, it's one taste.
There's no real depth. You try it, and it is what it is. It's that throughout. What do you give it for a rating, Joe? It's an IPA.
I can't really put my finger on how I feel about it, to be honest.
It's not bad.
For a rating, can I give it like a to be determined?
It's not the greatest IPA I've had.
No, it's not the best.
It's a little hotter to drink. It's not an easy drinking IPA.
It's that like shot of whiskey vibe to it.
It definitely has a boozy overtone.
Very boozy.
I'm gonna give this one a 5.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, I'll go with a 5.
So a 5 overall for Lost in a Rainbow. I think something was a little off.
We're really on par today.
Apparently,
Agreeing a little too much.
maybe. But we're gonna finish this up,
We might have to fist fight in the parking lot, but
and yeah, that's after. We're gonna finish this up, and we'll get back to you with beer number 3. Cheers. All right, everybody. The third beer from Granite Roots Brewing is Trail Candy. This is a double IPA. It says, cheers to finding that sweet trail with dank views.
ooh, that is good.
It's got a little funk to it.
Little funk, not a lot, but just the right amount.
It's got a little bit more complexity than the last one.
Yeah, it hits differently. It's not
Um,
like you said. It's not one unit, not a uniform flavor. There's a little
No,
disperse in it.
it kind of drifts around a little bit.
I like all of it though.
I like that. It's a pretty good IPA.
Big fan.
Big fan. Huh?
Big fan. Yeah.
All right, you want to get right into it, Joey?
Nope. I want to keep drinking it. You go ahead though.
All right. I'm gonna rate this one a 7.
7?
Yeah, I like this one.
That was pretty blunt and right to the point.
Yeah, I mean, I like the. It's got a little bit more complexity to it. It's got those dank finish. You know what I mean?
You like dank beers too.
I do. I like something that's got a little funk and a little zang
I'm going
Zing,
7.5. Zing zang.
Yeah,
Zing zang bing
Did
bang.
you say 7.75?
7.5. Yeah. I'm
Oh,
going
7.5?
Yeah, 7.5.
All right, so 7.25.
It's not bad at all. This one definitely.
No, that's pretty respectable. And we ended up having another beer this week, so
There's one more to come.
One
Stay
more to
tuned
come.
with us.
7.25 for Trail Candy. This was also their highest rated beer
Yes, this is the highest rated
on
beer.
Untapped. Cheers.
Makes sense to me.
We're gonna finish this up and get back to you with the next one.
Finish both.
This is our fourth beer.
Fourth beer.
Fourth
Fourth beer. Why do you
Four.
do this to me?
Sorry. They come in 4-packs. What can I say?
Yeah, but you didn't buy one of each.
I don't usually. It just kind of worked out this way.
That's not even a good excuse.
I couldn't decide. But either
All
way,
right, I'm a
this
little
is Faceplant into a rock, which it looks like Joey already did.
Fuck you. I'm about to. If we
This
keep
is
drinking.
a Belgian Tripel style ale.
You sounded like so fancy when you said Tripel. Say it again.
Tripel.
Tripel, yeah. Yeah.
You gotta roll the tongue.
Yeah, you and the Kennedys.
Tripel.
It's malty, isn't it?
Mm. It's got a good malt. Mm. A little spice to it, like almost a nutmeg,
There's a lot there.
coriander. I mean, this is definitely. There's a lot going on.
There's a lot of beer. There's a lot of flavors there. Yeah,
Mm.
I don't even know what to think of this. It's not bad, but it's overwhelming. Sensory
there's a-
overload for sure.
There's a lot to it. It's a little boozy. It's tasty, malty. Finishes dry. Little hints of fruit here and there.
I don't hint any fruit, but definitely malt. You know what? There's so much going on that there probably is some fruit in there. I'm sure if I took another sip, they'd circle back around. There's so much going on here, but it's not bad at all. For a malty
I
beer,
like
which
this.
I don't usually like, I definitely enjoyed this one. But I'll let you start us off with the rating.
It's definitely.
I know what
It's
I got.
pretty smooth for a slightly boozy Tripel. I'm actually gonna go a 7.5 on this one. I like this.
Yeah, I was gonna go 6.5. So we're right at 7.
So
on
a
this.
7 across, or overall, for this
This beer is not bad.
Faceplant into a rock.
I like the name. I
The
think
name is
they got
cool.
little points just for the name.
I definitely get some points for the name.
Ugh.
We're gonna finish this up, and we're gonna get back to you with a full wrap up of the brewery.
All right, it's looking good for this brewery in the wrap up because I've had a good
Cheers.
time tonight. 3, 2, I'll start. 1, Fred.
Good.
3, 2, 1. All right, Fred, I gotta give it to you. You set out today to find some beers at the local beer store, and this one was a shot in the dark.
This was a total shot in the
Absolute
dark.
hit.
I've heard of it, but honestly,
We have had them, like you said, at the Orchard.
We
and the
had them at the
Brewfest. We
Orchard.
did try some. Were they?
I don't even
correct
remember
me if
what
I'm
we
wrong.
tried.
I think they might have been the oyster one. Remember the oyster
No.
one I tried? That was
No,
not them. Okay.
that was not them.
Then edit that out.
Yeah, but I just happened upon a shelf. It actually said Nashua, but they must have meant the beers below that, or it was an old sign.
That's kind of what intrigued our interest.
It
to be
did
honest.
intrigue my interest, and I couldn't figure out where the hell this brewery was in Nashua where I haven't seen it, because
We thought we've driven
We're
around
all over
every inch,
Nashua.
Yeah,
so
but
once I looked a little bit further, we found out it was in Troy. I grabbed the beer anyway, and I'm actually pretty glad we did. It was
yeah, this
pretty
was
good.
a great brewery. I have nothing but positive things to say. Obviously, we can't speak on the brewery itself anything more than what we've tried here today, because apparently we can't even remember what we tried at Orchard and the Brew.
Yeah, and
But-
honestly, even like these beers aren't that new. Like this one was brewed in June,
Yeah, looking at the dates. on
July.
the dates,
August, and this one was brewed in October. So I mean, they've been sitting, and I mean they're
and
still
they kept
that
their
pretty
flavor.
good.
Yeah, they kept everything well.
Are that good?
But as far as the brewery goes itself, I definitely want to go check out what they have going on there. We've been trying. It's just our schedule hasn't allowed us. Maybe some point in this winter we're
The
going to get down to
Keene
Keene.
Monadnock area is just, I mean, it's another mecca of.
Everything we've
craft
tried,
beer
whether it be
in that
cans at
area.
the beer store or different breweries
Mhm.
at Brew Beer Fest this past few months, That whole area has knocked it out of this.
No,
park.
I mean, and I can see a hotel room in my future because I mean, there's Frog Brewing, there's Modest Man, Branch
Definitely
and
gonna
Blade,
check these guys out now.
Granite Roots. I mean, there's some beer out there.
Yeah, there's some great beer in that part of New Hampshire, and we can't wait to get out there. But as far as this brewery goes, do you want to give it an overall rating
Why not?
from what we know?
From what we know, I mean, I don't want to go higher than what we actually rated the beer, but I mean, overall, I'm gonna give this one a 7.25.
All right, I'm gonna go 7.5. 7.5.
7.5.
Yeah, I think that's fair. You know what? I'm gonna go 7.3. 7 3/4.
Get the fuck out of here. Why don't you just go 7.25 like I did?
What the-
And then we just call it 7.25.
Well, now we can call it 7.5.
It'll be that 7 3/4 would be 7 3/4.
I think you're.
So then it would be 7.5. Would be the final score.
Why don't we call it 7 and some change?
7.5.
All right, 7.5 it is.
Well, 7.5 for Granite Roots Brewing. This has been another episode of the Craft Beer Cult.
I'm Joe.
I'm Fred.
We still can't find Tap.
Tap, maybe in Italy. He may be in England. I don't
Italy.
know.
Is he drinking
He's drinking Italian craft
Wine?
beer right now. Maybe. Who knows?
Italian craft beer, as they call it?
There
Wine.
is actually Italian craft beer. We might get some footage of that. We'll see.
So there could be some international stuff coming soon.
Not necessarily with me and Joe. I'm not flying to Italy anytime soon, but Tap will definitely be out there.
I
We'll see
might
what
have
happens.
a little international hit coming along soon that I might have kept in the back pocket.
Oh.
But, you
In
know.
the back pocket. You get a back pocket in those fucking
Yeah.
jogging pants?
Yes.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody.
Keep an eye out on the Instagram, all of the platforms. Thanks for joining us.
Cheers.
I'm Joe. Like I said, he's Fred. And don't forget, grab yourself a t-shirt.